1940 में ब्रिटिश इंडियन आर्मी की बलोच रेजिमेंट की 5वीं पलटन ज्वाइन की। हिंदुस्तानी सिपाहियों ने जापानीज का बहुत बहादुरी से मुकाबला किया और उन्हें जापानीज के हवाले कर दिया गया। हिंदुस्तान और अंग्रेजों के बीच एक धागा था, वो टूट गया। गद्दारी की कोई माफी नहीं होगी।
You were charged with Indian Army Act Section 41, waging war against the king.
जब अंग्रेजी अफसरों ने साडी हिफाजत नहीं की, तो वो हमारी वफादारी के हकदार किस तरह हो सकते हैं? अगर जिंदा बचा उसके बाद शादी करोगी मुझसे?
people, they committed suicide.
चाहते हैं हमारा रुपया हम दिया, वो रुपया वापस लेना है, सीधा पैसा से लेना है।
Duped of their life savings, chit fund scam victims up in arms, protesting against companies that lured unsuspecting middle and lower class people to invest all they had and then went away.
50,000 उठाया, बाद में किया और तो एकदम चला गया, वो और नहीं मिला।
बोला है टाका तुम लोग को पास एक महीना में या सूद पाएगा और 1-2 साल में टाका निकल जाएगा सब टाका।
Not just the victims, the agents too feeling the heat. CBI now probing one of the biggest scams in Indian history. A scam to the tune of more than 80,000 crores. A scam that rocked the Bengal government even if it couldn't uproot it. Will the hapless victims get their life savings back? Hello and a warm welcome to another edition of Ground Report, your one-stop window for the grassroots stories coming from the remote corners of the country. This program also focuses on issues that are not highlighted prominently by the mainstream media. Our today's focus is the chit fund scam, where the companies have duped thousands of gullible depositors of 80,000 crore at least by the rough estimates of the CBI. These companies have operations across the country and they have lured the people by offering high rates of interest. Who exactly are these people who have been reduced to penury and they have lost their hard-earned earnings? Akhilesh Suman with the top story on Ground Report. Parimal Rai, a tea shop owner, has almost hit a dead end in his life. Duped of his life savings by chit fund companies who assured him 150% returns, Parimal doesn't know where to go. After being lured by agents of Rose Valley and Icor chit fund companies, Parimal made investments for the last 3 years. But all of a sudden, after the companies shut shop and agents backed off, Parimal is reduced to poverty.
इसमें 3 साल 4 साल हम पैसा उठाया।
कितना रोज?
ना 2 साल बाद उठाया, एक बार 30,000 उठाया, हाँ, और किया तो उसमें 50,000 उठाया, बाद में किया और तो एकदम चला गया, वो और नहीं मिला है।
Meet another victim of the scam, Kamal Rai. He deposited 25,000 rupees with the chit fund company Earmark and was assured of a money back of 2,500 rupees per month for 1.5 years, but he never got any money.
एक कागज दिया है, कागज देने के लिए हमको बोला है टाका तुम लोग को पास एक महीना में या सूद पाएगा और 1-2 साल में टाका निकल जाएगा सब टाका। लेकिन ATM कार्ड भी दिया है, सब कुछ दिया है, बोला है बस टाका नहीं होगा।
Reaching retirement age, Manav Chakravarti, a bank employee, started investing in chit funds to secure his future. He invested 3 lakh rupees in Newland and 11 lakhs each in other 3 companies. Today he's retired with all the savings lost in the scam.
हम रिलेटिव का पास हम रिलेटिव अब आता है तो ठीक है आप कीजिए ऐसा 5 लाख हम उसमें डाल दिया, वो हमको बताया फिर और 1 लाख दीजिए आपको नैनो मिल जाएगा। तब हम इधर उधर देखता है तो बंद कर देता है फिर समझ नहीं यार कुछ नहीं करेगा।
There are many such stories in every town and village of Kolkata. Even the agents were not spared. Pushpa Mitra, a well-educated housewife from Jalpaiguri, joined Basel Chit Fund Company as an agent after her husband retired from his government job. She made her husband her first client and invested his retirement fund in the chit funds, up to the tune of 13 lakhs. After the company shut its office, other investors started demanding their money from Pushpa, forcing her to sell off her jewellery and property to pay them back.
As my husband retired, I joined the company as an agent so that I can be a helping hand for my family.
When complaints started pouring in thick and fast, police found agents as easy catch. With no solution in sight, agents joined hands with the victims and sought protection from Kolkata High Court.
Police in West Bengal everywhere disappointed people as far as chit fund scam is concerned. Their FIRs were only lodged after the intervention of courts or the agencies of the center. Everyone is questioning whether the role of police is justified, even if there was political pressure in such a big scam where every individual is feeling the pinch. Almost every 90% of the people in every settlement are affected due to this scam. This is the question that police also has to answer. Akhilesh Suman for Rajya Sabha Television with camera person Sudhanshu in Kolkata for Ground Report.
The sheer sweep of the scam makes it one of the most difficult cases to be investigated by the investigative agencies. In fact, the Supreme Court, while it handed over the case to the CBI, raised a question mark on the role of the regulatory authorities like SEBI, Registrar of Companies, including the officials of the RBI. Take a look at this report, which will give you an idea as to how far the investigation into the chit fund scam has taken place. Take a look. Touted as one of the biggest scams in the Indian history, directly impacting the common man. Chit fund companies have duped thousands of depositors of at least 80,000 crore, according to estimates of the Central Bureau of Investigation, which is probing such cases across the country. Over 30,000 crore has allegedly been collected from small investors by chit fund companies operating in 4 eastern and northeastern states, West Bengal, Assam, Odisha and Tripura. While Pearls Group, which operates in Punjab and other North Indian states, duped investors to the tune of 51,000 crore. The deposits mobilized by the companies was allegedly used to purchase land, open media outlets, hotels and other businesses, denying depositors their dues. The CBI has till now registered 76 cases based on over 253 first information reports in these 4 states, with 31 charge sheets being filed by the agency in connection with the scam. It has filed 3 cases against Rose Valley Group and 7 against Sarada Group in connection with the fraud. Over 6 crore people have been duped by the companies across the country, with a majority of them allegedly being trapped by Pearls Group, which has been operating for the last 20 years before being busted by the CBI. The Supreme Court, while handing over the probe to CBI, has raised question marks on the role of regulatory authorities such as the Registrar of Companies, SEBI and RBI, under whose respective jurisdictions and areas of operation the scam not only took birth but flourished unhindered. With Akhilesh Suman signing off for Ground Report. Let's now take a look at the amount these chit fund companies have duped the unsuspecting innocent investors of. If you take a rough look, which has come to us so far, is that Rose Valley has duped the people of 15,000 crore. Sarada, 2,500 crore. Seashore, 580 crore. Artha Tattva, that is 350 crore. And Pearl Group has been accused of swindling 51,000 crore rupees. West Bengal was the first state where chit fund scam came to light, and thereafter followed a political fight between the centre and the state. I spoke to Trinamool Congress Parliamentary Party leader Derek O'Brien just a few days ago for our flagship program To The Point. Let's listen in to what he had to say on the chit fund scam. The kind of perception which has been built up for Mamata Banerjee government for the past 2 years, especially after the Narada and the Sarada chit fund scam came up. Do you feel that the party somewhere has lost the perception battle because people feel that it's a corrupt party which has duped thousands of investors in West Bengal?
What are you talking about perception battle? The 2016 elections, there was The Narda issue was all over. The so-called Narda scam issue was all over. What happened as a result of that? The elections came and we won 211 seats out of 294. That is 11 months ago, 12 months ago. Now, we've just had big municipal elections in, I was telling you about Darjeeling and the rest of the state, where we won bigger wins. So what is this perception battle? There is only one political party now firmly in control in Bengal because the people have seen the development on offer. This is Mamta Di. There's a battle on for who will come second. You know, I'm not faffing around. So the perception battle is the perception battle and the real battle. Both have been won.
Whatever the situation on the ground you're saying exists in West Bengal, but what were the reasons why a Mamata Banerjee government was not ready for a CBI inquiry initially when the case came up?
Which case?
The chit fund scam.
What will the CBI do? What have the CBI done for that train accident which happened in Bengal? What have the CBI done for the Rabindranath Tagore medal which got lost? You people, you all have forgotten what the Supreme Court said about the CBI, that they're a caged parrot. Now you want the CBI as a magical wand. The CBI is an instrument of the government. Everybody knows that. And there is nothing in these cases, nothing is going to be proved. And this is, as far as we are concerned, a lot of it is sub judice, so I cannot even speak about it. But both these cases were all over while Trinamool ran an election campaign saying, listen people of Bengal, listen you 10 crore people, this is what we have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you...
1 minute. And the opposition were running this negative campaign. And the people came out and they made a very, very clear verdict was, Mamta Di, you're in charge with your Trinamool Congress.
So Trinamool Congress has raised the pitch on the political vendetta narrative, and as far as the centre is concerned, they seem to be in no hurry to wind up the investigations of the chit fund scam because of the political calculations involved in this case. Let's go across to Akhilesh Suman, who've just come back from West Bengal. And Akhilesh, what is the actual reality on the ground? Can we really assume the scale of the scam? You've just been to those areas. What is actually the magnitude?
Yeah, actually, even the CBI is not telling that this is the final figure, that 80,000 crore you are quoting. According to my estimates, it's not less than 2.5 lakh crore rupees of a scam. Because everywhere you go in the state, you will find that someone is there with their paper in their hand, they will rush to you and they will ask for justice. It is spread in almost all the states of the country. If you go to Tripura, if you go to Arunachal...
2.5 lakh crore, this is the composite amount you're giving across the country.
Yeah, across the country I am feeling that it is not less than 2.5 lakh crore. And 4 agencies are working on this. CBI is working on this, SEBI is working on this, Enforcement Directorate is working on this, and there is another serious fraud investigation office, and that is also working on this. And nobody is sure that how big is the scam. So recently I met SP Talukdar, who is heading the commission that has been set up by the order of Supreme Court, and High Court has nominated him. He is telling that we just have a rough estimate. He is just taking care of one company, that is MPS. It is not less than 260 companies working in the whole country. In one North Bengal, in Jalpaiguri district, I went there. In Jalpaiguri district, at least 150 companies are working there.
But what I'm surprised at is the fact that West Bengal always has been a state which has championed movements of all its kinds. But why are the protests not aggressive, not very robust as far as the chit fund scam is concerned? We hear of some protests in certain quarters and then they again become muted. What is the reason for that?
Yeah, actually, reason is also very shocking. You know, when it broke out in 2013, one of the chit fund organizers, they floated a company, they floated an organization, and that organization took money from the people in the name of protest. So in the protest also they took some money, but after they realized that this is not the right organization to protest, movement gone down. But again movement had started up. But simply no party is coming in the party banner because every party is scared. Like you take the left. Left parties are scared that if the movement goes too much, then BJP may be the beneficiary. BJP is scared that if the movement goes too much, then left will be the beneficiary because left has a very good network all over the state. And a very pitiable situation is with the Congress. Congress in the beginning asked that when Mukul Rai case broke out, the Congress told that CBI is going slow on Mukul Rai. Then when Mukul Rai case substantiated, then Sudeep Bandyopadhyay was arrested. And then Congress came that CBI is doing vendetta politics. So every party is confused on this issue that how to take. But if you go and talk to party, every party realize that enormity of the situation, but nobody is ready to come in one forum that to jointly fight together and work together so that this biggest scam of the country till I know that can be exposed and people can be benefited, because the biggest question is how people can get their money back.
But do these people who have lost their hard-earned earnings, do they have some hope? You just spoke about the political calculations involved as far as all the political parties are concerned. But what happens to the people who have lost their hard-earned earnings?
Yeah, but the people are in a really very pitiable condition, because many of them had been depositing their money to save it for the daughter's marriage, to buy some land for agriculture and small things like that. They had depositing rupees 50 rupees per day to 5 rupees per day. Someone is depositing 500 rupees per month. It's like that. They have all the papers. The silver lining is that everyone is keeping all the papers.
Okay.
And if seriously some agency, some government agency create a task force and they have to go village by village, because giving the advertisement in the newspaper or televising it, it doesn't matter at all, because the people are mostly illiterate, they are very downtrodden and they cannot reach the government.
Right.
So you have to go village to village, settlement to settlement and ask, take papers, create a list and then confiscate whatever properties the companies did have and distribute it accordingly.
So the only silver lining which you say is that the paperwork is strong as far as the victims are concerned, but as far as the mining of the data is concerned, that's also a very big challenge, because it involves layers and layers of multi-level marketing and the financial schemes which are concerned. It's a multi-layer which the people and the enforcement agencies have to tackle with. Thank you, Akhilesh, for all the update. Time now to slip into a short break. When we return, we take you to Hapur, which is grappling with the rat menace. Back in a moment. Welcome back. You're watching Ground Report, and time now for our reporter's diary. Agriculture plays a crucial role in any economy, but did you know that a major chunk of the farming is impacted by the menace of the rats and the rodents? Arvind Kumar Singh takes you to Hapur, which boasts of the largest grain storage management institute. But despite 70 years of freedom, the farmers across the country are battling against the menace of the rats. Take a look. Even after 70 years of freedom, India continues to lose an average of 5% of its crops to rats and other pests. Rat problem has caused misery to the farmers across India. A shocking figure, but a colony of 100 rats consumes 1 ton of feed in a year. At the same time, contaminating 10 times the amount of feed it eats with its droppings. Ground Report team visited Hapur district of Uttar Pradesh, which boasts of the oldest food grain research institute in the country. The Indian Grain Storage Management and Research Institute still is struggling on ways and means to get rid of the rats.
चूहों से बहुत ज़्यादा नुकसान होता है, क्योंकि चूहे जो हैं बहुत ही शार्प माइंडेड हैं, ये चालाक हैं, और ये दवाइयों से जो दवाइयाँ आजकल प्रचलित हैं, जिंक फॉस्फाइड और ये पुरानी, उनसे रेजिस्टेंट हो जाती हैं.
Every season, these rats destroy food grains enough to feed the entire population of India for 45 days. In an acre of land, the rodents steal and store up to 35 kgs of rice and 25 kgs of wheat in their burrows.
चूहे जो है 5 पॉइंट करीब करते हैं इसका 5.0 जी.
और लगभग मतलब चूहों का क्या है कि 8 चूहे एक आदमी के बराबर, क्या किस तरह से
करीब जो है 5 चूहे जो है एक आदमी का खाना खा लेता है.
It's not just rats that are causing grief to the farmers. Over 600 types of insects attack food grains in storage, ruining them. As per an estimate, rodents and insects destroy food grains up to the tune of a whopping 1,40,000 crore each year. The IGMRI claims to have developed techniques to protect food grains from the attack of rats and insects up to 5 years. But its effectiveness is marred by the fact that most of the grains are still stored in the traditional ways.
हमारे यहाँ जो इंजीनियरिंग सेक्शन था यहाँ पर, उसमें लगभग 100 से ज़्यादा डिज़ाइन बनाए गए थे स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर्स के। अलग अलग एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस में अलग अलग मटेरियल को यूज़ करके वो स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर कम कैपेसिटी के, बड़े कैपेसिटी के बनाए गए और अलग अलग अनाज रखने के वो उसमें वो सफल पाए गए बिल्कुल।
There's a massive lack of food grain storage facilities in India. The Save the Grain campaign has been running since 1969-70 for almost 4 decades now, but India still has a long way to go. With Arvind Kumar Singh signing off for Ground Report.
So no amount of research seems to be solving the rat problem in the country. Well, moving on now to our regional window, this time from Assam, where many pockets of the state have been inundated by the rising floods. Today, we bring you the story of a school in the Barpeta district where students have been forced to take exams in submerged classrooms. Take a look.
Floods wreaking havoc in the northeastern state of Assam. Shocking pictures coming from a government-run school in Barpeta district show students being forced to take their exams in submerged classrooms. Sitting on the precariously set up desks in the courtyard and the street, these students are at the mercy of these murky waters. With Beki River in spate and monsoon rains lashing the region, several schools in the area like North Bandanga LP School, Khatakochi LP School and the Kamarpara High Madrasa have been completely flooded. School authorities had no solution but to conduct the examination on the flooded roads.
আমার 19 তারিখের পর 6 মাহিলিয়া পরীক্ষা আরম্ভ হইছে পরীক্ষা চলি আছে যোৱাকালি হঠাৎ বেকি নদীৰ বানপানী উঠি আহিল আমাৰ স্কুল ঘৰত পানী উঠিলে তথাপি কালি বহু কষ্ট কৰি দুয়া বেলা পৰীক্ষা লৈছো আৰু আজি আমি পাইছো বহু লৰা ছোৱালী কালি ঠাণ্ডা মানিত থাকি অসুখ হৈছে আজি আমি উপায়ন্তৰ হৈ লৰা ছোৱালী বিলাকে ৰাস্তাত আপোনালোকে দেখিবলৈ পাইছে ৰাস্তাত আমি পৰীক্ষা লবলগীয়া হৈছে আৰু আমাৰ মাদ্ৰাসাখন যোৱা বছৰ জুলাই মাহত বেকি নদীৰ গৰাখহনীয়াত সম্পূৰ্ণৰূপে জাহা গৈছে আৰু এই সম্পৰ্কে
Torrential rains have inundated the northeastern mountainous states of Assam and Manipur, leaving nearly 100,000 people displaced. A total of 498 villages are underwater and almost 8,000 hectares of crop area has been damaged. In the meantime, government has been reminded of the poor condition of the schools in Barpeta district, but no action has been taken so far. With Bureau Inputs, signing off for Ground Report.
Constructing reservoirs, rejuvenating the wetlands and increasing the forest cover. These are some of the steps which have been taken by the government to tackle the floods. But despite these measures, floods wreak havoc annually and they have become an annual phenomena. Continuing with our regional window, we now move on to a novel restaurant in Mumbai which is run by the support of the hearing and speech impaired wait staff. How they do it, how they use the sign language to run this restaurant, take a look.
A chic restaurant with a difference in the heart of Mumbai in the Powai area. Mirchi and mime, an innovative culinary charm, has an emotional quotient about itself. It boasts of a friendly wait staff of 27 servers, all of whom are hearing and speech impaired.
Well, I think it's important that we include everybody in our community to make it better, and so this is bringing everybody from the community into our lives in different ways, and so I think it's awesome.
Now, one would feel that dining in this restaurant would be a complicated process, but all those thinking on these lines have been proven wrong. All menus list not only food available but portion sizes and other paraphernalia like salt, pepper, sauces, etc. Every point of information has an accompanying illustration depicting the hand gesture for the same in sign language. Diners are required to simply mimic these hand gestures to place their orders. What's more, a placard announcing name of the dish accompanies every dish brought to the table.
It's a learning experience for us to order from the menu, and they are very good. They're very, very happy, they're very pleasant, and they make the whole experience very nice.
पहले ट्रेनिंग में कैसा था, now with the confidence she has gained, she's really capturing very quick. She's built the confidence and the restaurant in a very busy restaurant.
This unique 80-seater bar and grill restaurant was started by Prashant Issar and Anuj Shah, alumni of Henley School of Business, who wanted to give the hearing and speech impaired boys and girls chance to prove themselves as capable as the rest of the lot.
That is just a platform for them to show the world that yes, they can do it. All we have to do is change verbal communication to visual, otherwise it's a restaurant.
In short span of 1 year, the eating joint has already carved a niche for itself, pushing the owners to explore the idea of more outlets. This is no easy feat in a business where new restaurants open and close in a blink of an eye. With Bureau Inputs, signing off for Ground Report.
So a unique experiment with a loud social and emotional quotient. Time now to wrap this edition of Ground Report. Do not forget to send us your feedback at feedbackgroundreport@gmail.com. If at all you feel there is an issue which has been left unaddressed in your area or your region, RS TV will send the cameras right there. Goodbye and thanks for your time.